It's a little mini boot knife. You know, I picked it up from Bud K. It's from United Cutlery. It's called the Sub Commando. It's all 6 stainless steel. Not bad stuff. You know, medium grade, right? It's got a hole in there for the lanyard on the handle. It's 5 inches in length overall, so the blade is only 2.5 inches. The handle's 2.5 inches. It's a small little puppy, right? What's handy about it, though, it's got the serrated edge on it, and I always find that to be very, very useful for not just cutting, but also stripping wires, man. This is the best wire stripper in the world, man. I really love that for doing mechanical work. The box itself, I was a little confused. Now, it might be, the box says AUS 8 stainless. Now, on Bud K's site, they call it at AUS 6. Either one, it's not bad. I mean, you know, for what it is what it is. It's not considered you know, a heavy-duty knife, but what's really great about it is that when you wear it, you don't even realize you got it on. It's like, I forget that's even on. It kind of snaps in there. It kind of snaps into the sheath, and you can wear it around your neck too. That's the other thing. So you can wear it like a boot knife. You can wear it as a, you know, like a necklace or something in the sheath, right? The sheath itself is like a molded plastic. You got 3 holes on each side, so you can tie the knife, you know, even besides it snapping in there a little bit, kind of holding pretty tight, you can tie this with a lanyard too, so it's extra secure. But the beauty of this is that you don't realize you got a knife on you. You forget about it, especially being on a boot. It's like, no big deal. So, well, that's called a Sub Commander, you know, marketing name, right? Mini boot knife. It's fairly sharp, you know. Might have to sharpen it up a little bit, but no big deal. Includes a necklace lanyard, but it's, to me, it's cool because a lot of times you forget to take a knife with you, and a lot of times it comes in handy, especially, like I said, with the serrated edge. I know this can cut a little bit better than sometimes than just the plain edge. It's both sides, but you know, I don't even use the wire stripper tool anymore. I always use the serrated edge very carefully to you know, do any kind of electric work. I find it to be great. So, like having this on the boot, it's easy to get at. Now, if you're a mechanic and you're just using it as a tool, that's another thing too, because you know, if you're getting inside the engine, right, and you got, your hand can barely get in there, and you got to do something, scrape something or do something, you know, like might be to, you know, lift something up, scrape something off, cut a wire or a hose. Maybe you're trying to get out a heater hose in the back of the intake manifold, and you try to get it in there. See, a lot of people aren't thinking of using these kind of boot knives for mechanic work. And if you got this on your boot at all times, it's not like you got to run back to your toolbox, correct? So there's other applications out there that these guys that sell these knives don't even think about, which I think about, because I really don't use a knife for like survival situations. It's usually for doing some kind of work on something. It could be anything. It could be anything, but sometimes it's like you're trying to get into something. You could even be scraping off your battery terminal, for crying out loud. Inside, you know, inside the you know, the connector that goes on a battery, you know, if you got like a top post, or you can scrape off you know, electrical connector, it's got some corrosion on it, whatever, you know, anything like that. That's what's cool about these things. Are actually, this is really super handy for a little mechanic. And like I said, the serrated edge, I don't even use the stripping tools. I get that insulation off the wire no problem with these, without screwing up any of the wire strands in there in the core. With these, a lot better than even well, than a cheap stripping tool. So you know, just keep it on your boot. You're a mechanic, you got your steel toe boots or whatever the hell it is, and you're crawling under the car, you need to do something, and you just need to get at something, or you move something out of the way, bang, bang, there you go, right? It's right there on you. So knives are very useful tools. It's just that people don't really realize all the stuff you can do with it. So quite a bit.